Hi guys, it's Dee. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to do a video on Harry and Meghan, especially the Netflix documentary that they done. I've watched the full thing. I just actually finished it a couple of days ago. Now I'm in two minds about it, and I feel pretty torn about it. So I was always the one that was like, sticking up for Meghan and, was sympathetic towards her. And by the way, yet again, I'm in my pyjamas. Every time I film a YouTube video, I'm in my pyjamas. Like, I'm not one of those YouTubers that, like, puts on a full face of makeup, gets in a nice outfit and hair extensions just to sit and film a 5-minute video. I'm sorry, but who can be arsed with that? This is as good as you're going to get, so just put up with it or put up or shut up, really. Um, and anyway, I'm not on here to look great. I'm on here to talk about certain topics and subjects. It's not a fashion show. Anyway, so I was always the kind of one sticking up for her and like didn't understand why the press were giving her such a hard time. I couldn't understand why they were bad mouthing her, why they had all these nasty things to say. Like I couldn't understand it. But with that said, after watching the documentary, I'm really torn about her. There's times where I feel sorry for her and I feel bad for her and I can understand where she's coming from. Like the press did put a lot of bad headlines and a lot of nasty headlines, and yes, some of them were racist. Like the one where somebody had posted Harry and Meghan congratulations on their child, on the birth of their child, and it was like a picture of like a couple holding like a monkey, obviously racist. Um, then it was like Megan straight out of Compton, like just that kind of racist undertones. But at the same time, I get a vibe from Megan that she's an exaggerator and a bit of a social climber. Like, don't get me wrong, she was successful and, had her own thing going on before Harry, but she wasn't an A-list actress. She was a B-list actress on a cable show. Let's call a spade a spade. That's a great career. That's still a very lucrative career. Like 100%, of course it is. But I think she's played up to Harry her own successes to make herself look bigger than what he is. Obviously, Harry had said he'd never seen Suits, like, doesn't know much about Hollywood and blah blah. So I think she did play up who she was to Harry to impress him and obviously to get him, which was she was successful in doing. But I do think the papers and the press did write a lot of unkind things that didn't need to be said. But I do get from Meghan that she is a bit false and that she exaggerates and lies, because listening to her and seeing her, it doesn't feel real and authentic what she's saying. There's something about her that I can't take to, and many people obviously can't take to. We can't all be getting the same vibe from one person and we're all wrong. There's something about her that just seems manipulative and fly, and I never thought that until I watched this documentary. And after watching it, I was like, okay, I see what people are talking about. I see what people mean. She's a bit in your face, a bit like attention seeker. I get it. Like I do understand it. But I did feel through the documentary that she was trying to insist or imply that Britain's racist and that we're all racist and it's a very racist country. And I'm like, if that's the case, Meghan, why did we pay for your wedding? You and Harry's big, amazing, spectacular wedding. The taxpayer, we paid for that. We paid for the renovation on your house. We lined the streets at your wedding, congratulated you, cheered for you. So if we were so racist and Britain was so racist, why would we have been so happy to welcome you in, to shower you with flowers and line the streets to watch your wedding and wave to you and congratulate you and, be on the news saying lovely things about you and Harry and paying for your wedding? Like, if we were racist, that just wouldn't have happened. Like, that's just not the case. What I think the issue with Harry and Meghan is I think they want their cake and to eat it too. To be a royal, I don't envy the royals. I wouldn't like to be a royal. They're a fish in a bowl. Like, they don't have any freedom. They're controlled. They can't go to the shop for a pint of milk. It must be horrible. But I think Meghan's been under the pretense that being royal, she's going to be a princess, the next Lady Diana, she's going to be rich and famous and live the life of luxury. She's married in, it's been great at first, then realised that being a royal actually means you need to go out and meet the people, do public duties, public service, meet your everyday Bob and Joe, you know, watch what you're spending, watch what you're buying, blah, blah, you know, it's not as glamorous. And I think she realised that and thought, oh my god, I am stuck. And she thought, I want to go back to sunny California and lead a completely different life than this. And to turn around and outright say, I don't like this lifestyle, would be selfish on her part, because this was explained to her and she wanted it and she married in. You can't then just turn around and say, oh, this isn't what I want. So I think she's maybe played it up a bit and acted it up a bit to get Harry to leave and to... I think she was looking for reasons and looking for excuses to leave. I think after a while of living in Britain and being a royal, she's not liked it and she's wanted any excuse to go. And she's exaggerated things and added things on and told Harry things and lied to Harry so that he would move with her and that they could move. Because, like, from a girl coming from California where it's sunny and beaches and everything's happy and positive and the sun's shining down, and being in with the A-list and the parties and being an advocate and an activist, and not to then come to Britain, the pouring rain, the cold, the horrible weather, be stuck in a palace, can't go out anywhere, you know, you're doing public duties, you're funded by the public, so you need to watch what you're spending and what you're spending money on, you're constantly under public scrutiny. I think it's clicked on her and she's thought, oh my god, this isn't everything I thought it would be, this isn't what I imagined it would be, I need to get out. But to just simply say, this isn't what I thought it would be, so I don't want to do it anymore. Obviously, she's not going to turn around and do that because that would be selfish of her, and she doesn't want to look selfish or look like, you know, she doesn't want to look a certain way to Harry to just turn around and say, let's move, I don't want to be a royal anymore, it's crap, it's not what I thought it would be, did it? She's not going to turn around and say that. No one's going to turn around and say that. So what I think in her head, she's thought, if I can make myself the victim, I can exaggerate, I can make it look like the press are hounding me and hounding Harry and are being racist to me and being racist to our baby Archie. Then Harry will come with me and he will move with me and I can take the clout, which is Harry and the royal family. I can take Harry with me, still have the clout and have that royal clout. Because I don't want to turn around and tell him, oh yeah, it was great at first, but now I don't like it, so I want to leave. Like, she's not going to do that. So I think she found reasons and added on stories to convince Harry so they could leave and go back to sunny California where she felt happy and content. Because she did give up a lot for Harry, like her lifestyle, her career, her family, where she was born, to come over here. But I think she thought being a royal was going to be amazing. Came over to Britain, being a royal, experienced it, realised it's not all it cracks up to be, and then she's wanted to get the hell out of here. Obviously, I don't think the stories about the press and the negative headlines helped. But, you know, a lot of the royal family have been in the press and negative headlines. She's not the only one. I do understand, I do get, and I do see there was racial undertones. I've said that, I get that, I agree with that, I totally understand. Yes, there was, and it was out of order. There is no place for racism or in our country. There's just not. I don't stand for it. There's no place for it. But that started happening when Meghan and Harry wouldn't play ball with the press. That's where it comes back to, you can't have your cake and eat it as well. You can't be a royal, be funded by the taxpayer, stay in these palaces, have these fancy cars, fancy clothes, but then not go out and do public duties or public service, or even give a glimpse to your life, even give a glimpse into your life to the press. Because the press are a PR machine, and the press give PR to the royal family, whether good or bad. They're in cahoots with each other, which Meghan and Harry said in this documentary. But I don't think Meghan and Harry wanted to play ball. I think they wanted to be a royal, have the money, have the stats, have the lifestyle, but not have to do anything or go out and give interviews and that. And that's just not the way it works. And Harry knows this. Harry's been born into royalty. He knows how the press and the royals work. He knows how the system is. So that I don't understand. And marrying into royalty, that's to be expected, obviously. Like, you can't have the money but then not do the public service. You need to go out and smile and wave and give the press a picture. It's part and parcel of the job. You can't be like, I want the money, the lifestyle, the taxpayer funding, but I don't want to do any of the work or be in the papers. Like, you can't have it both ways. And at times it seems like her and Harry want it both ways. The money, but don't want the pressure or the media. And you can't have one without having the other unless you're an successful, independent, self-made person. But when you're a royal, you're born into royalty or you marry in, you know what's to be expected, especially growing up with the royals being so big and famous and seeing it for yourself. You know that's the kind of life that you're getting into, and you know that's what's going to happen to you, because it happened to Princess Diana, Fergie, Kate Middleton. Like, so what was she really expecting? Maybe she wasn't expecting the whole race card, which I totally understand and I get, but surely Harry would have knew, yeah, this is going to, we will get scrutinised, it can't always be positive. And for me, it seemed like her and Harry could take the positive but couldn't take the negative, and didn't like when negative was printed about them. And you can't have it both ways, like, you just can't. And I think that's what they wanted, to have it both ways. They wanted one foot in, one foot out, and it doesn't work like that. And I think that when they get told no, that's, you can't do that. I think they did stamp their feet and throw their dummy out the pram. And you know, Harry has been known in the past to take tantrums. Like, even before Meghan, he was known as a hothead and stuff like that. So I'm really not surprised that it happened, to be quite honest. Don't get me wrong, I don't tolerate, I don't think it's right the amount of hate Meghan's getting or anything like that. Like, people shouldn't be doing that to someone or giving somebody that much hate to the point where they feel that way. Like, it's just, it's not acceptable. But I do think sometimes she can be her own worst enemy. I don't think she's controlling Harry. I think Harry has got his own issues, his own problems, and I think the two of them together creates one big me, all about me demon. I don't think one's more bad than the other. I think the two of them together are as bad as each other, and the two of them have created this victim narrative for themselves that the two of them can't seem to get out of. And now that they've said everything that has to be said, what are they going to do now? They've already revealed everything about the royals in their life, so what else is there left to say? I think that'll be interesting to see what they do in the future and what comes of this Netflix documentary, because look, they did drop a lot of bombshells about, you know, William at the Sandringham summit, William screaming at him, his dad making up lies about him, you know, the Queen refusing to take a meeting with him and, you know, cancelling on him last minute, stuff like that, which is sad. And it's sad that it's came to this, and it's horrible, because at the end of the day they're a family. So I really do hope that they manage to sort things out and they come back to a place of peace, because, you know, who wants to be at war with their family? I hope that they can sort things out, but I don't think it'll be anytime soon, especially with them dropping this Netflix documentary. But yeah, so that's my opinion. And obviously with the Queen dying as well, to release this so quickly and stuff, it's a bit, I can see why people are angry. And I can see the victim narrative that Harry and Meghan are putting out about themselves. So we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't checked out the documentary, it's on Netflix. It's called Harry and Meghan. It's 6 episodes, I think. It's quite interesting. So definitely give it a watch. I hope everyone enjoys their week and has a good weekend. Stay gorgeous. Mwah.